So hello everyone, I'm Santeri Saarinen from Helsinki XR Center and Metropolia University of Applied Sciences. And I'll be presenting, basically what's Helsinki XR Center, what we do, and some of the latest research projects that we've been doing. So next slide, please. Let's start with what we're trying to do. So our goal is to be the leading hub in Europe regarding XR technologies, connecting students, startups, investors, basically anyone interested in the area. Next slide. A little bit of background. So Metropolia University of Applied Sciences is operating Helsinki XR Center together with the Finnish Virtual Reality Association. And Metropolia is concentrating their creative areas learning to Arabia campus in Helsinki. So that's where we started up this center in 2019. We got funding from the Ministry of Education and Culture in Finland and also the city of Helsinki. We've been also working with Business Finland a lot, and we are now part of the FAIR consortium applying for the European Digital Innovation Hub status from the European Commission. Next slide, please. So what do we actually do? Basically, there's three main activities we have. First of them is the showroom, which is actually a physical space where we can present any kind of XR technology. So the idea is that any Finnish companies, research groups, anyone can bring their software, their demos, their technology to us, and then we will present that to any visitors depending on what the visitors are interested in. So if we get, say, someone from the car manufacturing industry, then we can select those companies who've been working on that area and show them what kind of things they've been doing in Finland. And that way we can get a lot of new clients for the companies, new research collaboration and anything related to that. And the idea is that we have basically every possible piece of equipment available, or that's our goal. So whenever someone is bringing some technology to us, they can say that, yeah, this one works with the Windows mixed reality headsets, or this one works with Varios headsets, or anything like that. And we basically have all the technology available. Unfortunately, with the COVID situation, the physical showroom has been closed for most of last year, but hopefully it will be we will be able to open it as soon as possible. And during next summer, we will be moving to new premises, so we will have even better showroom available then. So next slide, please. Then the second thing we do, we support early stage startup teams. We offer them free office space, free computers, free headsets, mentoring, business advice, anything that they need basically to move their idea forward. Currently, we have 15 teams working with us. Actually, yesterday, we just welcomed 3 new teams to our network. And it was nice to have Victor talking here, since Sense of Space was one of the first teams that worked with us in 2019. And currently we have an open call for new teams. So we are starting with some sort of remote support first, and then when the COVID situation is lessened, hopefully we can then invite the new teams to the physical offices as well. Next slide. And then the last part is research and development. So that's my main area. So I'm leading most of the research projects that we do related to XR, and those come through Metropolia. And we do a lot of work with different universities, different companies. Metropolia is the largest university of applied sciences in Finland, so we have teaching in over 60 different degree programs. So there's a lot of different expertise and a lot of different projects going on all the time. We do basically anything related to XR, and we try to be involved in any projects in Metropolia related to that topic. We are also one of the founding organizations of XR for Europe, which is the continuation of the XR for All project by the European Commission. And we also started this kind of network of international XR hubs last year, together with CCIXR at the University of Portsmouth and the Bavaria XR hub and the upcoming main XR center in the United States. So that's basically just connecting with different kind of XR hubs and sharing best practices and doing collaboration with them as well. Next slide, please. So I will go a bit into detail with a couple of projects that we've done lately. The first is Synthetic Streamer, which we did in collaboration with YLE, which is the national broadcasting company in Finland. And the idea was to basically create a virtual human, how we could, for example, during streaming, how we could replace the human streamer with a virtual one. So we used the Unreal Engine and the Dynamics' Performer software to capture the actor's performance and then transferring that performance to the virtual human. So basically catching the facial expressions and then moving those to the virtual version and trying to get as far past the uncanny valley as possible. And that's something that YLE is trying to do this year, evaluating this, like how the viewers react to this kind of realistic human compared to a more, say, a robotic version or an actual human, and if we can get past the uncanny valley or not. Next slide, please. Then the second one is related to culture. So together with some partners in St. Petersburg, we're doing this showcasing thing for tourist attractions and other cultural services along the old Kings Road area, which is hundreds of years old road from Bergen in Norway through Turku and then Helsinki and to St. Petersburg. And we are concentrating on the Finnish and Russian areas and trying to showcase all of the attractions on that site, creating a web-based service where we can see these different services and attractions and companies on the map, and then promote their services through VR, AR, or 360 video content. Next slide, please. Then, nicely related to this event, we also have this virtual trade show project starting or officially starting at the beginning of next month. So the goal there is to basically improve the financial situation of XR companies because of the COVID situation, and how to increase their potential for new business and networking by using virtual events like this one. So the idea is that we have this virtual space currently in Altspace, and we are also creating spaces for the companies to join us. So the goal is to have at least 50 different companies present in Altspace in our world. So anyone can visit that space, visit the companies, see what they're doing, what's happening in Finland in general at any time. And then, of course, organizing several virtual events over the next 2 years within this space to showcase these companies and create new networking opportunities for them. Next slide, please. So for this project and for our events in general, we created a VR Pavilion Finland, which is a world in Altspace. Possibly after this event, I can create a portal somewhere in the back, and you can join me. We can go and see what the place looks like. But basically, the idea is that we have a presentation stage for speeches and anything like that. Networking space, spaces for partners, worlds. So anyone who's interested can create their own world in Altspace, and we can link to that. We currently have 18 different partners there in the VR pavilion, and we aim to get at least 50 more during this year. And this is kind of permanent showroom for Finnish XR content and show what's happening in Finland. And it can also be used for other events than ours. So we were a part of VR Days Europe last year. We organized one of their sessions in Altspace in our world. And also in Finland, there were these Open Science Days 2020, and they used our space as the showroom and networking area for their event. Next slide, please. There's some stats from our event last year. So we have this annual Mats XR event. Usually it's a physical event in Helsinki, but last year we had to do it virtually in Altspace and also streamed to YouTube. So we had a team of 9 people with 9 volunteer students as well. We had 1-day event starting from 9 in the morning, ending at 6 in the evening. 23 speakers, at that point 17 different partner worlds. And we had more than 900 attendees during the day, of which about 170 were on Altspace and the rest on YouTube from 36 different countries. And at best, we had 92 concurrent users on Altspace during our event. And we did have some technical issues with Altspace. At that point, they didn't support this streaming from Edge browser, for example. So showing the presentations was a bit more difficult. And also creating separate instances for people when you reach the user limit. That was actually the staff at Altspace, they had missed our ticket. So we asked them to raise the user cap to 60 people and then also activate the possibility to create mirrored rooms within the events. And they somehow missed that. We only need one of those, and they only increased the user cap and did not mirror the rooms except the night before our event. And when they activated that, then during the morning, everything disappeared within the world. So all the posters, all the 3D models, everything we had set up was gone, and we had to build the whole thing again about half an hour before the event began. But even though we had some problems, we got really good feedback from people who attended, and I think it was really successful. And this year we will have the next version of the virtual event, and depending on the situation, we might have some kind of hybrid event with a physical part as well. So next slide, please. Then some other research topics that we've been looking into. Volumetric capture is one of them. We've been working with Aalto University and HAMP with that, how to create these lightweight systems for volumetric capture, testing with Kinect Azure and DepthKit software. Then we also created some multiplayer VR training game for nursing students using Oculus Quest. We've been doing a lot of location-based AR, different kind of routes around nature for museums and other parties. And then we are currently looking into starting this a new project regarding how to utilize new simulation techniques for professional driving or remote controlled vehicles and other machines. Next slide, please. Yes, that's it. Almost on time. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Please visit our website or contact me by email or on LinkedIn. I'm happy to connect with anyone.
Yeah, wonderful. If you have any questions, let's do that. And then, let's do like 2 questions and then we can smoothly proceed to mingling. And after that, at some point, we can also take a look at the showroom that Santeri mentioned. And there are some drinks still left in the back, but I think most of them were finished, apparently. So there's just beer left. Not sure what happened. So I can bring the microphone to somebody who wants. Oh yeah, front row here, please. In front of you.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah.
This is Tapio Helman from Seinäjoki, University of Applied Sciences. Santeri, thank you for your presentation. Where will your new physical space be located?
It's actually within the same building. We are just moving from one part of the building to the next, so closer to the road, to 2 different floors, and then also we have the XR design degree program and 3D animation degree programs moving next to us, so we can have more collaboration with them as well in the future, but not too far.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Kasper, go ahead. You can just speak.
I guess he can't again.
Or if not, then yeah, maybe try to speak through Madis. And I can ask meanwhile, how big was the team that that made the Match XR event? Because it sounded like quite an undertaking.
For the actual space here in Altspace, we had 2 students working on that for 3 months, and then we had our own team, which is 7 people. Of course, we weren't all working on that full time. We had a lot of other things in XR Center as well, but basically a team of 9 people in total.
Okay.
And then we had some students as volunteers who were moderating the spaces and helping people to use the system if they weren't familiar with it.
Nice, thank you.
And I guess someone during my presentation, someone sent me a message to connect in real life. I'm not sure who that was, but please send me an email or anything. I'm happy to connect. I just had to close the message so I could see the slide.